Happy Sabbath, boys and girls. This is Auntie Karen. I've got a story for you that you will not soon forget. Well, this story is about David and Malik. They were best friends. They've been best friends for years and years and years, ever since kindergarten. And so they had a great time, would have a great time running and playing outside. They would go up and down the street on their bikes. They would run and play ball, and they just had a good time. They would go from Malik's house to David's house, from David's house to Malik's house. And every time they go out and play, David would ask for juice and Malik would ask for water. And this happened over and over again over the years. But one day, Malik said, "You know what, David? I had this project to do on Zoom for my teacher and my classmates, and I had to present on water. So I had to look up all this stuff on water and what water does and everything. And here's my presentation. You want to see it?" David said, "Okay, sure, let me see it." So they sat down and pulled up his Zoom presentation that he had recorded, and they looked up all this information about water. Well, Malik said in his presentation that water was good for his brain. It made up 80% of the fluid in his brain, and that without water, his brain would shrink. David was just appalled. He was just so frightened by the fact that if he didn't drink water, his brain would shrink. Well, he also found out that water is in his blood, made up 83% of the water of his blood with red blood cells, and water is made in his blood. He just couldn't believe that. He also found out in 3 days that if you didn't drink water, you could get really sick and die. Well, David had no idea that all of that existed. He found out also in his presentation that Malik said that in his presentation that he could drink water when he is thirsty instead of juice. Juice is my favorite thing. How can you not drink juice if you're thirsty? Well, Malik said in his presentation that the water helps you feel better when you are thirsty, and that nothing quenches your thirst like water. Well, the presentation was over, and David and Malik just sat and talked. David said, "I had no idea that water was so important for my body." Malik said, "Yeah, and I've been drinking for years, and I didn't know it was important for my body." Well, they both sat down and chit-chatted about this for a few minutes. And David went home and he said, maybe I should try some water. It doesn't taste great. But you know what? Since Malik talked about that in his presentation, maybe I had to try it. So he did. And he said to Malik the next day, "I tried water. Your presentation was really good, and I thought I would try water." And so he did. And he tried it the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And then they went out and played one day, and David asked for water instead of juice. Malik was just, I can't believe it. You asked for water. We've been friends for years. You've always asked for juice, but you asked for water this time. He said, "Yes, you telling me about water made a huge difference in my life. And I think I'm going to try water from now on, not just because my brain will shrink, but because I think it's really good for me, and I'm trying to take good care of my body." Well, David and Malik said that they would drink water from now on, and that every time they would go out and play, they would make sure they drank water. Boys and girls, it's really important to tell your friends about the good things that you know about your health and to share that with your friends so that they can be healthy and strong and that they can use their brain, that their bones will be healthy, and that drinking water is going to be so good for them. Please pass this message on to your friends and know that water is terrific for your body. Happy Sabbath, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.